What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, obviously, you read the description, and to my surprise, or I don't know if this is a surprise to say, right? Because with how this team has been playing as of late, with how, this season has been for this particular team, this is just a microcosm of just the after effects, and by that, I mean the Dallas Mavericks seriously considering shutting down both Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving for the remainder of the regular season. The Mavericks are only, I believe, a few games out of that last play-in spot. Over their last, after losing to the Atlanta Hawks, they lost versus the Miami Heat, Philadelphia 76ers. They beat the Pacers, lost to the Hornets back-to-back, lost to the Warriors, lost to the Grizzlies. And their last win before yesterday was March 17th versus the LA Lakers, which was a 1 point. Oh, excuse me. They beat the Pacers, and then, so prior to the Pacers game, man, we're talking about just a number of losses. I get that Kyrie and both Luka has been dealing with injuries, but if you look at body language, if you look at energy on the court, if you look at synergy, chemistry, I don't know if it's the fact of the matter of Luka has checked out with this basketball team this season. Because a month ago, if you would have asked me prior to, seeing Kyrie and Luka play together, what were my thoughts? Two of the most prolific offensive talents in the league today, Matt, on the same team together. What are my thoughts? Those two guys being able to play together, those two guys able to come and join forces collectively. What could be done? It looks good on paper, but when you break it down and you look at the Dallas Mavericks top to bottom, they're just not a good enough team to be able to compete. I spoke about this in a video, and the team that made the Western Conference Finals last year, I like Jalen Brunson a lot, and we see what he's doing in New York. But watching this Dallas Mavericks team without him, watching just no defense, no identity defensively by the Dallas Mavericks, it's definitely cause for concern. You have a Christian Wood who Jason Kidd has struggled to find, moments during a game where he can be dominant. Reggie Bullock, 3 is hit or miss. Tim Hardaway Jr. is hit or miss. Dwight Powell is another hit or miss player. Is honestly, they do have some up and coming guys off the bench, but Frank Ntilikina isn't a good enough option. When we look at their team top to bottom, there has to be a complete overhaul. But just to speak on Kyrie for a second, right? After wanting out of Brooklyn, you get to a destination like Dallas, and you say you want to be there. Who knows what the off season will hold. But you're in Dallas, new situation, new scenario, after being with Brooklyn for the last few years. Don't get it done. You join Luka, and I don't see them getting it done at all this year. So what does that mean for Kyrie? Is it time to jump ship and maybe join forces with another, up-and-coming team? Or who's to say how this thing is going to go, how the scenario is going to play out for him? As far as Luka is locked in. I don't see the Dallas Mavericks trading Luka. It's just unfortunate that a player of both of their calibers have been subjected to this. You know, even if the Dallas Mavericks make the play-in tournament, they're not making the actual playoffs. This is my opinion. I don't see them beating unless we're talking about up and down, no defense, just all offensive game. Maybe you would give them a shot. But if they play like New Orleans, you know, in the play-in tournament, if they play, who knows? They're not going to face the Lakers. They're not going to jump that far up. So the Dallas Mavericks, man, have ways to go if you ask me, man. And I believe Luka Doncic has ways to go, not only defensively, but also leadership-wise, because I believe the team goes as he goes. We're dealing with a player, a superstar in today's NBA, who is capable of putting up monumental, astronomical numbers. But when, you know, push come to shove and we're talking about defense, it's not being played by your superstar player. So that trickles all the way down from 1 through 12. When you look at a coach in Jason Kidd who's searching for answers in press conferences as to why this or why that. When you look at a player like Kyrie who, you know, if this season doesn't end in a championship for Kyrie, it doesn't matter because he'll be a free agent at the end of the season anyway. He won't be there. He doesn't have to stay in Dallas. The question of the matter is, what are the Dallas Mavericks going to do, you know, going forward? You shut these guys down, and then what? You know, you shut them down, and then what? What does that allude to? What does that tell your fan base? You know? What does that tell them? That's a slap in the face. I believe the Mavericks have a ways to go. I like Mark Cuban a lot. I think he's one of the better owners in the NBA. But when we talk about front office moves and things that they should have or should, number one, they should have kept Jalen Brunson. That's without question. They should have at least tried to go after a Bradley Beal in free agency. But we are here at this present moment with the Dallas Mavericks, and I say all that to say this, right? If you shut down Luka, you shut down Kyrie, that's the writing on the wall. You know, with only but so many games left. I believe they only have 3 games left in the season before it's all said and done. And they face off against the Kings, which is going to be a tough out. They play against the Bulls, who are themselves playing for a play-in spot. And they play against the San Antonio Spurs, who, as of late, been playing just a little bit more gritty and tougher as the season comes to a close. I mean, they're still a young team who's looking for answers themselves. So everything is yet to be seen and yet to be determined. All of this is speculations as far as Kyrie and Luka being shut down, but that is yet to be seen. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Dallas Maverick fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.